Welcome to Light Conversations with Bob, and thanks again for joining us. It appears that NASCAR could see actual race cars on the racetrack by mid-May, and while I'm sure many of you are looking forward to more time out of your homes, please remember to stay safe, practice social distancing, and do things to make sure you are healthy. This week's guest is 2018 NASCAR Cup Series champion Joey Logano, who already has 2 victories this year. I certainly am not the first person to say this, but while Joey Logano can be polarizing to people on the track, off the track, he continues to remain one of the most professional and nicest people in the NASCAR garage. So let's get going. And here is our interview with Joey Logano. Well, I'd like to welcome Joey Logano to Light Conversations with Bob. And thanks, Joey, for taking the time out of your busy schedule. And I know you're on a little bit of baby watch, right, with Brittany due soon?
We are any day now. Actually, just scheduled the induction date if she doesn't have the baby before then. So before the due date. So we are in the red zone, if you want to call it that. Where any minute now it can happen. So it's definitely a little nerve wracking. Also very exciting, and we'll just kind of wait and see how everything goes. But we're ready. Believe me, the nesting period is done. All the projects are complete. Baby room. We got the swing set back up. We had to go dig through the closet and get everything back out from what we put away with Hudson. So we're ready to go at it round two.
All right. Well, congratulations, and we'll try to make this quick in case you have to run out. I've been looking at your vlogs and on your social media posts, and you talk about how you have Zoom meetings all day. So, welcome to another Zoom meeting
I
with
love
me
it.
and you.
I
so I
love.
did.
I say I am obsessed with it. Like all I want to do, like I can call people if I wanted to. No, I want to see someone's face. Like I want to see where they're at. I want to see what they're doing. I don't know. It's like one step closer to physically seeing each other, which I like that.
Well, what you are seeing behind me is actually a white. It's not a screen or anything. It's just a painted wall in my apartment. But have you had any embarrassing Zoom meeting moments? As your son walked in or anything happened?
Nothing too crazy. The ones that he does walk in, it's just been really between me and Paul and the race team that he's come in and said hello. But and those are okay. But we've done a good job. I'm in this. I call it my cocoon. I go upstairs and which used to be kind of like a man cave area where I had my simulator and a foosball table and it's kind of a room that we didn't really use much, to be honest with you. And now I spend more time in here because it's the furthest away from the living room and the kitchen where all the noise is coming from, and I can go up here and shut the doors and go away. So I tell Hudson, Daddy's got to go to work. And then I come up here and I got set up on a couch. I said, I don't want a desk. I want a couch. I want to be able to lay down and do Zoom calls. So it's a little better that way.
Well, I appreciate you not laying down during this one. And I've been watching, I think I watched about 20 of your vlogs last night. So I'm curious, have you enjoyed doing them?
I have. Honestly, I wasn't really big into social media. I was to a certain point, but always kept my private life out of it. I was always just, racing stuff, put racing out there. People want to see racing. So I'll put updates on there about racing. And racing went away for a little bit, right? And there's opportunity that sits in front of us in so many different areas right now during this pandemic that we need to take advantage of. And as a race car driver, you look at every single area where you can take advantage all the time on the racetrack. Well, same thing right now, and looking at just areas that other drivers really haven't tapped into yet. And this vlog idea came up from my team at Clutch, and I thought, yeah, that sounds good. Let's do it. I typically would say, no way. I don't want anyone to know what I'm doing. I don't think anyone would really care what I'm doing. But at this moment, I think people are just so thirsty for any kind of content or just communication of some sort to where you can tell people what you're doing, but also make it more, inspirational, funny, and show some personality and things like that. So it's going to be really neat.
All right. Well, I'm going to grill you a little bit. I have some questions after watching some of those vlogs. So maybe we'll get even a little bit more personal. The first is, did you actually sleep in the Econoline van?
Yes, we made it. Yes and no. We made it all the way to about 1 o'clock in the morning, and at that point, Hudson rolled over and he bumped me, and I woke up, and we kind of tossed and turned for like 20 minutes or something. I said, "Hey man, like, you want to go inside?" He goes, "Uh huh." I said, "Good. I thought you'd never ask." So we went inside. So that was the extent of our camping, which was a lot of fun because we got in there in the back of the Econoline. So, has anyone's not seen this thing? It's a 6140 Econoline truck, like the cab over truck. In the back of it is a pop-up camper. It's all screened in, and we totally pimp my ride this thing and put the TV in the back with a DVD player. And so we were watching the Little Rascals back there, and eventually, we fell asleep. But then that kind of had enough by 1 o'clock in the morning.
All right. Another question. Did you figure out the answer to the STEM question you asked, or did someone else do the math for you?
I did it. I did it.
Okay.
Now I was very nervous because I thought, boy, okay, I post this out there, someone's gonna go through this whole thing and find where I did something wrong. So I double checked, triple checked, and I was like, okay, I am very positive that this is the answer. That was a cool idea. Fans, suggested to do. We were going to do more of them, but then we saw on the NASCAR Hall of Fame website they were doing that already, and a lot better job than I was doing. So I just said I wanted to go over there if you're looking for a STEM project for yourself or your kids.
Well, so what's easier, leading a workout online or trying to figure out a math problem?
Um, I would say the math problem was easier than the workout. I enjoyed the workout more though. The workout, we did a live Planet Fitness workout, and they call them work-ins, right? Because we're not out, we're in, obviously. And trying to come up with a plan. I've never led a workout before. I work out every day, but I never really led a class. Someone always leads me. So that was a kind of a new thing, definitely a new thing, and try to keep it lighthearted and fun, and yet still getting a good workout in, which is fun. We're doing another one too. We got another one coming up here in a week or so.
Well, good deal. Let's see. What line from Days of Thunder is your son repeating, or has he already asked to watch it again?
He's asked to watch it. He goes, it's funny the way he says, I can't even mimic the way he says it, but he says watch Days of Thunder, and I'm like, yes. So much better than like Rio or what else do we watch 100 times. We're so deep in the Herbie the Love Bug. He's got the hots for Lindsay Lohan and Herbie the Love Bug, to the point that we watch it all the time. Now he has to watch like The Parent Trap and other Lindsay Lohan movies because that's his girl. So he even says it now. He says Lindsay's pretty. And I said, oh, okay. So we've watched that a lot. So anytime we get something different, like a real movie like Days of Thunder, that's a good one for me, and I'm excited for that. But we've honestly tried not to watch much TV with him. Maybe just a little bit when he wakes up in the morning and right before he goes to bed. But that's really about, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes of TV is really all we get in. So we try to keep him active and keep him outside.
Good deal. What do you when you talk about going outside? You did post video of him saying to you that he learned how to run into people from you. So I was curious, did you have any second thoughts about posting that video?
I thought it was too funny, so I had to post it. He says he's at the age, he says the funniest things that just don't make a whole bunch of sense, but it's always so funny. And when he said that, I was like, oh, well, maybe he's onto something on this one. I guess he's always watching.
Well, maybe he was referring to iRacing instead of just regular racing.
I hit everything in iRacing. I'm awful. I am so bad. I got and the smart one that I am. I signed up for more races because I thought I'm just doing so good. Why not? So I'm trying the World of Outlaws series, and then I'm also running the Supercar series, which didn't think about the time change in Australia. So that race starts at 4 o'clock in the morning. Here in America. So definitely got my hands full on that, and it's not going to be pretty, I don't think, because obviously you've seen my iRacing skills. They're not very good.
Well, look, I think we've all seen a lot of crazy crashes in iRacing. So, and with Dover coming up this weekend, I'm curious, will a crash from iRacing Dover top your actual racing Dover crash?
Oh, for sure. There'll be a way bigger crash. But I promise you everyone's going to be okay. It's not going to hurt as much, that's for sure. So, yeah, that's the one good thing about the iRacing platform. You know what I'm nervous about the iRacing platform, some, is that people are taking it so serious, like way too serious, that they're actually getting mad at each other. That I'd hate for a rivalry to start from a video game and actually turn into something on the actual racetrack. Like I don't want that to happen. So I try not to hit anyone. I try to be careful, but I end up every time. Like I want to be aggressive because that's my mentality, like to go, but I have no ability to do it.
I don't know. I still think that, I mean, shoot, you flipped what, 7 times at Dover, I want to say, if I remember right. So that, I mean, that one, I don't know where they can replicate that one.
I don't know. Jeff Gordon got stuck in the fence this week.
That's true. So, well, all right, maybe. Um, do you now you use TJ Majors as a spotter, I think, on some of your iRaces. So is he better as an iRacing spotter or as the automated spotter that anybody can use without him actually having to be on your channel?
I would say he's better than the automated one that you can download, right? And he's better as a actual spotter that was telling me what to do. Because in the draft last week in Talladega, a lot of the moves that you would make to be good in that draft wouldn't be the same moves you do in real life. But TJ lives on iRacing. That's what I figured out. Like I've been saying this, he's the mayor of iRacing. So I just went where he told me to go the whole time. And that's what kind of got me towards the front. And then I got a little bit jumbled up and ended up taking a hard left and then a hard right. But that wasn't his fault. But he's the one that's kind of been able to help set me up, make sure all my stuff's working. He's actually I'm watching right behind me right now. He's logged into my computer, getting everything all set up for the race I'm in tonight. So he's been the real help to this whole thing.
Nice. So, from games to maybe more serious, your community outreach since the coronavirus hit, you're doing free meals for kids at a barbecue place, and also partnered with Elevation Church in a $1 million program to help for areas in need. I'm curious, where has some of that money gone, and is there anyone that you have met during the last month of doing charitable efforts that have really touched you?
Well, that's a great question, and I talked about here in the beginning of the opportunities that sit in front of us. Well, there's an amazing opportunity right now to help people, right, and take advantage of the situation. And we started to come up with all these great ideas of we can put a truck together and go here and do this and do that, and then we started kind of looking at things and saying, wow, okay, we got these great ideas, but that's going to take months to figure out and put that plan in place when the need is today. If the need was yesterday, we gotta help right now. And I've been going to Elevation Church for many years now, and I called Pastor Furtick up and I said, "Hey, I said I want to help. I want to make a big impact. I don't know where to start. What are you guys doing?" And Elevation Outreach does an amazing job, around our world, but in particular in the Charlotte region where most of their campuses are located. And just kind of jumped on board with them, put together a $1 million fund, and said, let's make some big impacts. And we've been going at it ever since with a lot of different projects some that help, kids with education. You think about if you don't have internet in your home, and a lot of schools are obviously supplying tablets of some sort to help kids with school. But if you can't connect, it makes it very challenging to do that. So whether that's with hotspots, there's we've given 1,000 meals a day away for over a week. We've worked with the YMCA up in Connecticut in my home area in Middletown, helping first responders to help their family with childcare right now. So there's just so many areas of need that we don't really think about, right? It's as you dig deeper and deeper and deeper, it's like, whoa, like I didn't think of that. Right now we're looking into a place that works with medical bills for first responders.
Yeah.
Think about it, if you get coronavirus or even something else in this type of moment, those bills will stack up in a hurry. And those are the people that are on the front line battling for our safety. We need to take care of those people. So a lot of other great ideas coming down the road. We've already dispersed over $500,000. I think actually about 700 now. So we have a lot of money still left to keep going, but the impact that we've made has been incredible. The support that we have gotten from Elevation to help immediately impact people in the right way, and the donations that we've received to the Joey Logano Foundation has been incredible to help along with this. So it's been truly everyone united, and that's the most special part about this right now, is that you see people come together that typically won't, come together for the greater good. And I think that's been, if there's one positive to this pandemic, that's it. That is a silver lining in my eyes.
Well, that's great to hear what what you're doing. I wanted to go just one question maybe about returning to the racetrack. Sounds like that there could be, starting in mid-May, potentially 5 races over 2 weeks, 8 races over 4 weeks. Is the fact that you've won already this year maybe gives you maybe more of a peace of mind, and what would be kind of entering a very intense stretch?
It does and it doesn't. Like we won the last race. It feels like, it was a couple months ago. It feels like it's such a long time ago that you're kind of off the high, and it's like, all right, I gotta go back racing. I gotta get, back at it here. So that's kind of where I guess my mind's at right now, is that I just want to get back in the race car. I want to continue growing our race team together, as we're still new working together, and continuing that. And obviously this new schedule, whatever it may end up being, is going to be a big challenge for race teams. What practice does or does not look like, how the races are played out. There's so many what ifs that right now we kind of got to expect the unexpected and be prepared, and that forces us to communicate in these moments, which is nice. It keeps your wheels spinning, keeps you fresh, and you're ready to get behind the wheel again.
Well, thanks, Joey, for taking the time out for us today, and hope everything goes well with the birth of your son, hopefully in the next in the upcoming days.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you very much. And everything should be fine. And the nice part is, is that I'm not going to miss a race for the birth. So there's another silver lining for you.
Congratulations.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks to everyone for watching. This is our 6th episode, and I find it an accomplishment that I now have to count the number of episodes on 2 hands. So please keep watching, and you can find all of our episodes on the NASCAR on Fox Facebook and YouTube channels. Until next week, everyone, please do what you can to keep you, your families, and your neighbors safe.
For more great NASCAR on Fox content, subscribe to our channel. It's somewhere right around here.